Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible guarding the globe, and today we are going to be talking about two things. One, we do have, of course, the new event going on for the weekend. Nothing too crazy, but some people might like it if you want to build up your GDA heroes. And secondly, and this one I'm going to emphasize a bit because it's important, a survey is now available on the Invincible guarding the globe Discord. So, just a reminder, to get to the Discord, you can go to the level icon on the top left, go to social, and click the little Discord icon to go to the official server. The developers have put up a survey, basically to help them figure out what players want out of year 2 of Invincible guarding the globe. I would highly recommend going and doing it. It is a rarity these days for developers to actually take feedback into account, and it shows that they actually do want the game to grow and be successful in ways that the community actually wants. So I would highly recommend go to the Discord and check it out. And while you're at it, if you could, while you're here, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It would always be very helpful. Now, the event that we have going on for today might just win the award for most skipped event in history, considering that it's coming after the juggernaut event that was Conquest, but let's take a peek at it regardless. The Global Defense Agency Recruitment. You have been granted permission to enter a new hub for recruiting the Global Defense Agency heroes. We have, of course, a special recruitment shop, we have missions, and we do have the GDA op. So this is for specifically GDA heroes. And there's basically 3 aspects to it. There's the event shop, there's the missions, and then there's the actual GDA alert event. You'll see here, not unlike the Conquest event and previous new character events, this is a 5-minute op that will give you the currency you need to summon and refresh the shop. That's red currency for actually summoning, and orange currency for refreshing. If you were here, it's literally identical to the Conquest event, just a different coat of paint. That is not an exaggeration. We do have missions in the event here. If I can get back to the event page, which would be very nice. Nice thing is you can get a few freebies. We do have logging in. That usually goes for like 4 days or so. That'll give you a couple of the access cards every day, as well as some currency. And we do have a mission for actually completing the GDA alert, which will give you an extra every few completions. Other than that, we do have recruit 20 heroes from the faction GDA agency, or GDA faction, whatever. We have purchase all items in special recruitment, reaching the levels in the shop, and then refreshing the shop. All of that will give various types of currency. Now let's take a peek at the shop. As you can see here, we do have GDA heroes. We have, of course, the Immortal, Robot, Bulletproof, Shrinking Ray, Monster Girl, and Cecil. Why? Like I said, this is going to be the most skipped event probably because most of us, including myself, are probably drained after Conquest in every way humanly possible. My gems are devastated. And even if they weren't, I mean, who's really going to shell out for this event? I mean, you're really passionate about Bulletproof? Really? But in all seriousness, ironically, even though the GDA faction is now arguably the worst faction, courtesy of the fact that Criminals has gotten embedded with post-Powerplex, I'm being a little unfair. Their lows are low, but they've got some good highs too. The Immortal is fantastic in Arena, Robot is a definitive healer, Monster Girl's a really great bruiser, and Cecil, while maybe not the most valuable character, is definitely more of a premium character and still does have his uses. So, like I said, I'm being a little unfair to the event here, but we really did just come off of the Conquest event. You've got gem bundles here. Even if you had gems, there's really no need, let's be honest here, unless you are really wanting to build up Cecil. And even then, you don't really have to, but that's like the only reason. And even then, Cecil has to compete with a fair number of other heroes. You might not even get them. So, like I said, the gem bundles are here, if that's what you want to go for. If you're really hot for some GDA faction heroes, go for it. However, there is this one wacky trick to actually squeeze a little bit of value, and that's this right here. This top mission that I have here: recruit 20 heroes from faction the Global Defense Agency. Now, this is really important. This works for any source. You don't have to specifically do it in the event shop. You can do it in the regular recruitment shop, and more pivotably, I don't think that was the right word. I've lost the word. I'm a little foggy at the moment. Pollen is killing me. My black car is yellow, and I'm feeling rough. But school's out. This is the GDA op that can give characters. This does count. So let's see if we actually... No, we got a criminal, we got a From Worlds Beyond, and we got an Earth's Defenders, but not a single GDA faction hero. Are you kidding me? Regardless, this is a nice little way to squeeze some extra life out of the event without having to spend any gems or anything. Through this, every 15 minutes or so, if you do have any of the currencies saved up, you can do those and get some duplicates, get some Rexplodes, get some Black Samsons, and hey, maybe if you're lucky, you might even score an elite every now and then. It's not guaranteed because, of course, it's pulling from the full recruitment roster, but it is better than nothing. So, honestly, I just save my School's Out tickets. I don't really use them when I get them. I just save them for reasons like this, where I'm like, okay, I need something to kind of supplement, because I'm not going to spend gems for these access cards in the shop, and even if I wanted to, I literally don't have gems. I mean, I could get 2 access cards tops, maybe 3 in a couple days. I mean, it's like, it's not even close to worth it. So I'm just not gonna. And that also includes the lab. You can also get, like, if I really wanted to, like, just for giggles, just for the sake of the video, let's get one of these GDA heroes. Okay, we got Black Samson. Let's take a peek at our missions, and boom, another 50 currency. It ain't much, but it's honest work. It's better than nothing. And it does mean you'll get to squeeze just a little bit more life out of this event. So yeah, and like I said too, I'm dogging on the faction a little bit. There is an argument to be made that Criminals is worse. See, here's the thing. Criminals have the cornerstone that is Doc Seismic, and I feel like post-Powerplex, there is a disgusting team to be built of Angstrom, Mauler, Seismic, and Powerplex. That team just feels so good, whereas this faction doesn't have quite as much synergy with each other. I think Criminals kind of saves itself with its self-synergy a bit. But then again, like I said, I'm being a little unfair because the Immortal, Robot, and Monster Girl are all fantastic characters. So, yeah, leave it up to you. But quite frankly, I think 90% of the player base is completely drained from Conquest anyway. So, yeah, my 50,000 gems went to Conquest, and I got an Elite Plus, wow, Elite Plus. Omni Plus Conquest is what I meant to say. But, like I said, I'm being unfair to the event. It's okay. I mean, it's got fine characters, and I'm actually a little excited. A little. Not for any elites, but because I'm almost done building my second duplicate. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I can just get some easy fodder, give her some stars, and just go from there. If I happen to cop a few Cecils while I'm at it, great. So yeah. Hard skip. I don't think there's going to be even 5% of the player base that's going to do anything crazy on this event unless you are a turbo whale, because most of us are already tapped out from Conquest. But I will leave it at that. Totally fine event. I mean, it's free characters. Even if you've got the freebies you can get here. Worst case scenario, you pull a few free characters, maybe even get a couple elites, and you go home happy. And you know what, is that really the worst thing in the world? Especially since we are all freaking poor from Conquest anyway. That man demolished my reefs, or burned down the whole farm. I got nothing left after Conquest, but dang it, it was worth it. So yeah, we will leave it at that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you doing anything in this event? Don't forget to do the survey on Discord, because it is a very big deal for developers to actually be taking in player feedback. We want that. We want to encourage that, and might set the stage going forward. I'm going to throw this out here now. I am going to be making a video in the future, we'll see when, of top 10 heroes I'd like to see. At the top of my list is Donald. My boy needs to be added to the game. And we are kind of, I mean, if you even look too, in the year that the game has been out, we've got one GDA faction hero. Since Monster Girl was out before the official release, we've got one in the form of Cecil. What's happening here? This faction, I think that's why this faction feels so much worse, is it's only gotten one character since the global release of the game. I think that's why. It's stale. It's so stale. Whereas every other faction, Earth Defenders got Darkwing 2, which is bleh, but Agent Spider, who is fantastic. Criminals got a huge glow up in the form of Doc Seismic, Angstrom Levy, and Powerplex. And then of course the From World Beyond faction went from literally 0 elites to some of the best characters in the game. So, and Lucan. So yeah, GDA, I think that's why GDA just feels so bad. It's stale. It is staler than a bagel left out in the wind. It needs some love. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I have a personal vote. There's a section on there that says what characters you want. Donald. Just vote Donald. My boy. I miss my boy. I need him. But I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.